It's going well. About to go do a bit of interviews. Harvey, you can hold this. So we got me going and seeing if we can get anyone interviewed. So let's start with the Bumblebee car that I've seen nicely. So let's see if he's over there.
One of them has also been live streaming with a webcam.
Yeah!
All around the world, and he's going to come out into the pit and do some interviews with some of the drivers, some of the cars that have been going up the track. So,
There we go.
just be aware, folks. It is half of our timetable.
Hello, guys. Do you mind if we can do a quick interview with the driver about the car? There we go, we've got one of the interviewers with the Bumblebee car. Harvey, can you show it off? As it starts up. Hello, mate.
How you doing? You alright?
Good, you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. I'll stop here and I'll show you Bumblebee.
So what got you into drag racing?
I've been to it for 15, 20 years in Santa Pod. Obviously I'm a biker and with bike mates we have annual dues at Santa Pod, and so we all go there, get very, very drunk, and obviously now we're sort of going to start racing it, obviously hence the Box Hill really. Because they all come from Box Hill, they're bikers from Box Hill.
So why should people come and race at Manston?
It's brilliant, it's absolutely brilliant. Obviously Santa Pod is 150 miles away, and we go there 7, 8 times a year, as you can see from the picture on the wall there, look, up there.
Yeah.
But this being local is great for people down south. You know, if you're half out in the country, it's great, but the effort these guys put in to make this is brilliant. It's wonderful.
So why do you think people should come and race there?
It's a community. There's no egos. It's a community. Everyone's friendly. Everyone looks out for each other. At Santa Pod, the last event, guy's car caught fire within a minute. In a really, really bad way. He's been donated a car. He's donated Simpson crash out and fire suit. Everybody looks out for each other. You know.
What was the idea by making the Bumblebee car from the movies?
I just love obviously Transformers. My son's autistic and he loved Transformers, so he has to go to a special school. So I picked him up in it at school, and he was like popular for a while. But yeah, he's just I'm a bit of a petrol head. I've got 2 Harleys at home as well.
Do you mind if we can have a little look under the hood and see what's going on? So we're getting a little under look of what's going on under this hood for the nice little Bumblebee car. As you have seen race today, it's gone really fucking quick.
It's TikTok, I swear.
I am 18 TikTok, so don't worry, I am 18. I just shaved it for the event, you know.
6.2 litre V8, and the next edition is going to be a supercharger. Ooh. So
to get a nice look at that, Harvey.
Yeah.
What a lovely motor.
Pushing out about 520 brake horsepower now. Once I've had the supercharger, it'll give it another 200.
That is a beautiful motor. We're going to go see someone else, and hopefully it's nice to see you back on the track. Alright, come on. Who else should we go see?
2 people watching.
Oh no, there's more. That's just how many people have done stuff to the live. The Briggs fan. He's actually said he would come do my pom for me if I wanted. Yeah. So let's go over here and see what's going on over here. Hello guys. Do you mind if we could get an interview with you about your car? Hello mate. Do you mind if we could get an interview with you about the car and about Manston?
Yeah. What about my ice cream?
And that as well if you want. Doesn't matter. So what brought you into drag racing?
Yes, I am, yes.
So what brought you here to do it?
Because we've been down here helping out build it, and it's a local track, and that's what we really do need, is a local track.
What car is this?
It's based on a Model T.
Yeah.
It's home built. You can almost say it's a scrap heap challenge vehicle, and we enjoy building stuff from bits we've got laying around, basically. Just going to have some fun.
That's really cool. Do you recommend other racers coming in to race?
Oh, 100%. If you've never ever done it before, this is a perfect place to try it out. You get plenty of track time, everyone's very friendly, come and join in.
Why should people come here to race?
why do it on the streets when it's cheap enough here to do it?
That's actually a good reverse question.
It's cheap enough to come down here and have £60 for the whole day. That gets you in and racing.
Do you do any like competitions when we do our competition races?
Yeah, we did last month. We're in the velocity drags. But
Yeah,
we
I
broke
did
the
see you
gearbox.
guys in there.
Yeah, we broke the gearbox last month, so we put another one in it now.
That's really cool.
And then we're off to race the waves Monday morning. So we're racing in Bridlington next week.
That is amazing. So, what have you got underneath your hood, if you don't mind me asking?
Bog standard Rover V8 at the moment. Like I said, it's built with stuff that we had laying around the yard.
Yep.
And then we're just going to play with it and get it quicker and quicker every time. That's the idea anyway. We've got target times to beat and we're going to go and beat them now.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for letting us interview.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully it's nice to see you back on the track
Thank
later
you
on
very
tonight. Right, let's get some Silly Steve. Let's go find Silly Steve, one of the locals that come here. He races every event. Very nice. Keeps saying his car slow, but we'll see how he's doing. And then we might come over to this little GT and get it. But first, I'm going to go see Silly Steve.
Hear the answers, but not great.
Alright, so I'll get them closer next time. Steve might not even recognise that we're here, guys. Get out of my face. No one should get mugs, mate. No, Steve looks busy, so we'll come back to Steve later on when he's a little bit not busy with his car. Oh! Who's in the chat replying to all this? Oh, it's the dude up there working with me. He can hear us, but he can't hear the answers because of the mic being not too close to them. Yeah. Excuse me, mate. Nice little GTR here. That's the Angular, if you like to put the camera over there. It was going to race today, but sadly the starter motor does not work, so they can't really race. Whilst we wait for... Huh? Oh, yeah, he's done, but we'll go over in a sec. Ooh. Huh? Well, do you know them? Alright, we'll let you interview. Fuck off, Harvey. Point out the car, it's not just me. Show around. Show around. If you want, we can quickly go do them whilst we wait for others. And you can always go. Well, we'll do this person first, and then hopefully we can get an interview. And where is... Don't tell me I've left up in the room. I probably left my vape up in the room. No, I have not. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, I ain't brilliant. What? Hello, Max. Nice to see you. Excuse me. Do you mind if we could get a quick interview with you about your car?
Go on, I'll let you finish driving. Alright, cheers now.
Hello, what is your name for first?
Simon Paul.
And what made you come to Manston today?
Well, it's the closest drag strip to my house. I live south of the M25, so when I knew this was opening up, I thought I had to come because it's just such a fantastic local facility.
So, is this your daily driver or your actual race car?
Not really a daily driver, but I do drive it to and from the track, and it's perfectly possible to drive it, on a daily. You just sort of cruise down the motorway. Put the radio on, air conditioning on, so it's a very comfortable car to drive.
Do you recommend any other drivers coming there?
I would definitely recommend. It's a great local track, fantastic facility. The track's really good, and you know, producing good times.
And are we planning on seeing you back on that track?
Definitely, yes. We'll be back whenever the next couple of meetings are. We'll be back then.
So you coming back for the rest of the events? Are you hoping we stay here?
Absolutely, yeah. If you could be here for more than the year, that'd be great.
That's hopefully the plan for us to stay
Yes,
here longer.
Yes, yes.
And what would you say to other drivers to get them to interview to come here instead of going to Santa Pod?
Well, if you live sort of south of London, in the southeast, this is a convenient place to come. Half the distance. I live south of London, so half the distance from travelling to Santa Pod. And you know, looking at today, plenty of runs, so you're not queuing up in the long queues at Santa Pod some days. So
I believe I've seen you here from the last event. Can you tell us a bit more about that car that you raced, or was it the same car?
it was the same car. I was running over the 8th mile then, so and now it's running over the full quarter. So you know, I enjoy running the full quarter.
Are you happy that we've gone the full quarter, or would you
Absolutely.
rather us stay at the 8?
No, absolutely. The full quarter's, you know, what I enjoy doing most.
Well, thank you for your time.
Okay, all right. Nice
Hope to see you back on that track.
Cheers, thank you.
Now we'll go to Silly Steve, if he's not that busy. Wait, that's the car we was before. Steve, do you mind if we could get a quick interview with you? Can we get you in a quick interview with you? Do you mind if we can get a quick interview with you?
Yeah, of course you can.
So, why did you come to Manston today?
This is my home. This is my home. I flew here the first time ever here when I was in the ATC years ago, and I love it here. And racing here is a great place. You can talk to everybody about it. It's great fun. That's it.
Do you recommend any other drivers coming here?
Say again?
Do you recommend any other drivers to come here?
Any other driver could come here and have a go. You know, a lot of people don't turn up really. They should come here much more because it's a great place. It's good, nice people. You can talk to everybody about it, and it's really good. That's the whole thing.
And do you mind if we can quickly have a quick word about your car?
Of course you can.
So, what have we actually got here? There we go.
This is a small block.
On the car,
Originally a 5.7, but it's been bored and stroked, so it's now a 427. And that's basically it. I had done this in the States, basically. Goes well. I'm quite happy with it.
Do you recommend other drivers coming here instead of Santa Pod?
It depends. From here, it's 140 miles away to get there and 140 miles to get back. But for me, I can get here 17 miles and 17 miles back. So, which is the best way?
Whatever people want to choose to come.
I mean, it's not as expensive here, and it's nice people. I love it here. That's the main thing is. It's the best place. I love it. I did it Santa Pod as well, but basically, I can do that and go back again. It's easy. That's what I prefer.
What model is the car, do you mind me asking?
This is 1966 Chevelle. Malibu 1966 Chevelle, basically.
It's a lovely car to see going down that track.
Thank you.
So what's actually making you go slower, as you keep saying when you come up to get your timing ticket?
It was, I was checked by the dyno while I was in the hospital, and I thought they would get it better. When it came back, it now goes slower. So I'm gonna have a chat with the guys, because it used to be 630 horse. Now it's 490, something like that. So I'm gonna go and try and sort it out anyway.
Well, hopefully we can see you get faster on this track and
Okay.
see you back on the track later today.
Great stuff. Thanks very much.
Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you very much indeed, mate. Cheers then.
Cheers. Do you want to do your friends? There you go. Take the mic. I'll take the mic. This has been one lovely day for drag racing. And we've got a Borses photographer who has happily lended me the mic and the tripod to record all this. So, why did you actually come and volunteer here, mate?
I've just always loved cars, to be honest, and it was a really good opportunity. Getting through the college, didn't have to pay for it, so.
Fair enough. Now I'm trying to wonder, who should we interview now? Seeing as you've got your time if you need to go. The fuck off. Well, hopefully we've got the Briggs fan people there. So. Oh, of course they are getting a daily coffee soon. We could go get him over there. Or we just do it there with him there. What guy? Oh, Taz. Yeah, Taz is a good one. Yeah, let me quickly ask them. Yeah, you quickly ask them because they ain't got the mic. You ain't got the mic. Kind of impression people walking around with the camera and holding the mic. Oh, can we interview you? Nice to see we've got a good lot of people in there. Even though it's saying 0 people watching. But that's our top viewers are showing. But nice to see we have got a lot of lovely people coming and joining. And thank you if you have been tuning in to the drag racing. What did they say? No. Alright then. Sadly, we had a no from the Brinks fan. Alright. In a bit, Harvey. Thank you for your daily help. Let's see if we get some viewers' point of view on why they came today. I just think we're going to not do the interviews whilst I go for my quick lunch, and then we'll be back racing after lunch. Turn this off. Let's go get these lot put back up. Actually, we might get a little cheeky interview with Paul himself. So, quickly foggy whack here. Let's see. Hello, Paul. Do you mind if I could get a quick interview with you?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, let me set this up then. And then we can have a proper sit down chat. Now I got other Paul's chair. So I can roll myself over. So, Paul, seeing as you're our commentator here, how have you? Oh yeah, we forgot the boss, but sadly the boss is a little bit occupied.
Absolutely.
So, oh yes, very important for today, the chip draw. So, why here, not Santa Pod? Why commentate here?
Well, I commentated at Santa Pod for many, many years. So I started off completely by accident in 1993 when the regular commentator at the time at the VW drag racing events, a lovely chap called Steve Young, who was, for me, the voice of Santa Pod, the voice of Bug Jam from when it first started. He'd had originally a medical condition. He had an operation on his liver. He made a full recovery from it, but he decided afterwards that he wanted to spend time driving instead of commentating because he'd got himself a nice little altered, and I'll get the name wrong again, so I won't say it. But I think it was a little 6-cylinder car. Yeah. And there was another chap who was good on the microphone, but he didn't know all the cars as intimately as I did. At the time, I was the Volkswagen Drag Racing Club's membership secretary, so I knew all the drivers, and I was also helping the new drivers get through their first scrutineering session and their first race meeting. So I was out there letting them know exactly what to do, making sure that it was as painless as possible. And come the lunchtime on the first one, he just handed me the microphone and said, "Paul, why don't you just speak?" And I was petrified. Anyway, that's when the conversation...
I'm sure you was petrified.
It sort of built up from there. Santa Pod regularly started employing me to do the job. I didn't really charge them as such, just a little fee to cover my fuel and food. And then I went full-time on contract in 1998 And not only did all the VW events, all the other lifestyle events, but also the national and the European Championship rounds. So I was co-commentating at just about all of the major race meetings, plus all the lifestyle events on my own. And that went on for a very long time. 2013 was the last time I did the contracted Santa Pod events, but quite a few of the outside promoters got me along in 2014 and 15. I did one event in 2016, and then no drag racing commentating in England at all whatsoever till our first meeting here earlier on in the year. So I'd offered my services to Paul, who's been a personal friend, and we've worked together because he used to do all the production, lay all the lights and the the sound equipment for the dance tent and what have you at Bug Jam and Ultimate Streetcar. Plus we pitted up alongside each other when we were both racing. So our friendship goes back a long way. And I said, anything I can do, mate, you know, there's a commentating, but also ideas about setting things up and how to do things. Because as much as I've done and loved the commentating, I've always been there in the background with organising the clubs when new race structures have come along, like the front wheel drive classes, the Jap Drag series. I've always been a good ideas man, because I've raced cars myself. I've built so many different Volkswagen drag racing cars mainly. And even down to event promotion, liaising between security, medical teams, the people who are helping looking after the track itself and the fire and rescue. There's not really a job in drag racing I haven't done. And I had a long time out of it. I did a couple of events. I've done 3 events in Belgium, their equivalent of Bug Jam. So many fast Volkswagen drag racing cars, and a big party. They love their Euro techno dance music, and I'm still a raver, so I'll dance all night as well. But yeah, there's been no UK drag racing until the first.
We opened up here.
Exactly.
So, as you said, you're close friends with Paul, and one of my bosses. What actually got Paul to, if you know, to actually open up a Manston than anywhere?
Okay, so firstly and foremost, he is a drag racer. He started doing Run What You Brung when he was in his late teens, and so he would drive all the way up to Santa Pod. More local to him was the North Wheel Drag Strip and Long Marsden Raceway, Avon Park and Shakespeare County Raceway, the 3 names for the other big track. And then he's had various cars that I think he still owns them all, that he's raced in different classes. Yeah. He also ran the Paul Marston Drag Racing School for many years. I think he still does. So that gives people an opportunity to have a go in a class that they might be thinking about, or would have to do a lot of planning to be able to afford to buy the car, just to make sure that it's for them. So they'll be taught how to drive the car in that class. And then, you know, there's been quite a few people gone through that system with Paul and now are very successful drivers in the various classes. Then so it's probably about 15 years ago, he'd know better than me, but he saw what was happening with these no prep events in the States, and he goes out there very regularly for business reasons and for pleasure reasons, and thought he could, the UK would benefit from it. So he first did no prep racing at North Weald, and he also did it at the Rockingham, which is such a shame, brilliant race facility that sadly it didn't work out, and it's being used to park up EVs that haven't sold at the moment, I think. So wherever he could run no prep events, so a suitable venue where the local councils were happy and the local residents were happy, then he's done it at various times, and he's been constantly on the lookout for another venue where he could do it properly, and that opportunity came here. Manston, the airfield here, the team have been absolutely brilliant. Getting all the right permissions and permits and stuff in place with the council can be quite a laborious task, but the local council have been very good, very understanding. There's been a lot of work going backwards and forwards. So across the events we've done here, since Paul got everything set up, because people have no idea the amount of work he's put into it. No. We speak for at least an hour most weeks, and everything's gone to plan because we've all been experienced in this sport for so long. We had a very clear vision, and everything's worked out well. So the first 2 events, deliberately low key, keep them quite small in numbers in terms of cars on the track and spectators so that we can make sure everything works. And now we're starting to do the big push. So for the next event, there'll be a lot more promotion and it will be busy in terms of cars on the track, spectators along and other things going on, because that's how it was planned right from the start.
I know I'm planning on keep doing these live streams to help promote this place because me being here, I bloody love it. Getting to see all these nice cars raced, great environment, even talking to a few of the drivers, they even saying it's just a magnificent place to come on the weekend, relax, watch a bit of drag racing, and just learn the backstories. And one of my other questions was, how do you think our time crew is doing today?
So much better than anybody expected. The pair of you are very professional, and a credit to our little venue here.
Yeah, very nice and welcoming. What do you think we can do more to promote this area a bit more than we have?
Well, it's already planned. It's been deliberate to keep it small. But the really nice thing today, there are so many racers based within a 30-mile radius of here. In fact, I spoke to 5 people who live 10 minutes away that I've known for 25 years from the various classes. And they've come up with some local promotion ideas that tally in with what I was suggesting to Paul. So it's amazing that they thought along the same lines. Because, yes, we are a fantastic facility for anybody who's into drag racing. But what we really want to do is introduce drag racing to new people who the trip to Santa Pod is quite a long way from here. And we can provide fun, safe, entertaining, educational entertainment right on their doorstep. And of course, once people are finished with the racing, they can pop because the beach is only 4 miles away. Because I went down there on the Monday mid-morning last time. What a beautiful part of the country this is.
Yes, it is for sure for me. So, another question was going to be, how did you get into the drag racing industry?
Oh, that's very easy. Most of the things that most people know me for happened completely by accident. But in terms of getting involved with drag racing, I couldn't go to the very first Bug Jam event. Very Volkswagen Beetle camper van orientated drag racing event with a music festival bolted into it. But that's what it grew into. Because I was with the Air Cadets in Gibraltar. I was looking after 600 Air Cadets. I've always been quite responsible. Anyway.
Well, you look after us up here. So.
Yeah, I tried to. Anyway, long and short, I couldn't make that one, but I was determined to make it to the next VW drag racing event, which happened in 1988 in the spring. And it was the German car company Spring Nationals. It turned out to be quite a wet day, and it was very foggy as well. So I drove up in my 6-volt Beetle. Not a 12-volt car, very dim headlamps, windscreen wipers that can be quite slow. I got lost twice and I almost turned around and went home, and I often think what would have happened. Anyway, went along as a spectator, loved it, did another 3 events that year, and within a couple of years I did a roof chop in the pits at Bug Jam, and because I had my welder there, a couple of the race teams had had issues. One was a turbo car, one of the first turbo cars, and it heated and contracted and moved away, so he got no boost. I made him a little sleeve up and we Jubilee clipped it on, and it worked, and he ran his first 10-second quarter mile, and it was only the 3rd Volkswagen Beetle to have done it at that time. I then got asked to crew on a dragster with a turbocharged Beetle engine in the back of, which I have